Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny on Death from Above. We got a Legendary Max video for you today on the Her Revenge. You see it right there on my bootay. It does got some chroma on it. I decided to activate the chroma. I think the yellow looks really good on it. But let's take a look at it. We'll talk about it. In my Legendary Max videos, I will take a legendary or exotic weapon, talk about it, talk about performance, talk about the stats, talk about my version. Then we'll get into some PvP and PvE gameplay, and we'll talk about performance there. And I'll give it kind of an overall rating that means nothing. So it's kind of like whose line is it anyway, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. But all of this is made up and my points don't matter. But here's Her Revenge. It's a very good looking hand cannon, especially with the chroma. So I'll give it points for that. You get 2 points for looking good, Her Revenge. Thank you. Thank you. Her Revenge says thank you. Anyway, Her Revenge reads, commissioned for those who would avenge the loss. So that sounds nice. It is a high impact, low rate of fire hand cannon. Decent range. Stability is not the greatest. Reload is I can tell you from experience, very slow. It has very slow reload. So stats from Planet Destiny show rate of fire of 22, impact 81, range 27, stability 39, and reload 29. The hidden stats that you can't see on the gun, aim assist is 75, which is decent, but on a primary, it's not going to give you that much of an advantage. It's kind of mid-tier aim assist, maybe a little high-end, but equip speed is 50. It's pretty slow. It's a slow gun. Recoil direction is 88, and zoom is 15. Recoil direction and zoom I don't pay much attention to because on a gun like this, they don't affect much. The zoom's the same on all hand cannons, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, it's kind of comparable. I always compare it to a more notable weapon, so this kind of looks like a Fatebringer. It's that slow rate of fire, high impact hand cannon. It's got 9 rounds in the mag, which is pretty decent for a gun like this to have a good mag size. I'm okay with it. We'll talk about PvE and PvP performance and my thoughts in just a minute, but let's take a look at my gun. I have the yellow chroma activated. I don't think I can deactivate it now unless I cancel it. I don't have much chroma, so we're gonna leave the yellow chroma activated. I think it looks good with the color scheme, the purple and gold with the yellow chroma. Looks very nice. I prefer red chroma on most of my gear, but I don't think red chroma would look right on this gun, so I think the yellow chroma looks pretty nice. It has the quick draw IS and the sure shot IS sights. I leave it on the sure shot for the extra stability, but really I think I need to put it on the quick draw to get that reload speed. They don't really change much on the gun, so whichever, pick your poison. Go with the ones you think is going to help you out the most. But the talents on mine are halfway decent. I wanted to go ahead and show you the gun and not try to grind for like a better version because I'm not a big hand cannon guy. And it had a pretty good set of talents on it. Didn't work too good in PoE, but we'll talk about them. So we got spray and play. And I have a hard time remembering to get to the end of the mag before I reload because the reload's pretty slow on it. But with the spray and play, it gets a lot faster. So once you empty the mag, it'll reload really quick. You need a reload perk on this gun or it's going to be unbearable. So spray and play helped a lot with this gun. I put it on lightweight because the other two, casket mag gives me mag size and feather mag gives me faster reload, but it reduces my mag size and I don't really want that. So I put it on lightweight, give me +2 character agility. And it has Icarus. Then I actually buffed Icarus, but I was using it in PoE so I couldn't jump because it's grounded on the challenge. So improved accuracy while airborne. I did see it happening some in PvP. I can say that. So I did notice I was having a good time with it in the air. More so than most hand cannons that I use. So let's get into some PvP and PvE gameplay. We'll start out with PvE. Talk about the gun and my performance. So I did challenge with it. Challenge of the Elders. PvE. It performed very well. The modifiers today or this week are to get precision shots, and a hand cannon, especially a high impact hand cannon, is really good for getting precision shots. You can take them out one shot to the body or to the head or whatever the enemy type requires. And I liked using a hand cannon for this, and I liked using this hand cannon for it. I just had to remember to get to the end of that mag to get the spray and play. But I definitely think a hand cannon is the way to go in the PoE challenge mode this week with the modifiers that it has. And this was a good hand cannon. I enjoyed it in there. I used it the whole time. Usually when I'm testing a gun for a Legendary Max video, I will use it for a while and then switch to something I enjoy to finish the activity. But I actually used this the whole time. I enjoyed it. Towards the end, we were fighting the Fallen. I was popping heads like crazy, and it was going good. I was like, yeah, I can get into this. I wish it had a different talent besides Icarus. But it worked really well, and I liked it. Handling was a little slow. Like I said, reload's a little slow, but it's high impact, so it made up for itself. And the spray and play helped it out. The range, it had some range fall off, I noticed in PoE. So if I was trying to hit some ranged enemies, I was having trouble. But if you're shooting somebody up close or shooting, if you're running them down or they're coming at you, you can get them pretty good. But the hand cannon fall off damage, or damage fall off, is pretty noticeable. Range fall off is pretty noticeable in those arenas. So don't try to cross map anything with it. But if they're up close, you can definitely use it. So just wait for the enemies to come to you in a situation like that. So PvP or PvE, I give it probably a B, probably a solid B. PvP, now I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not a hand cannon guy when it comes to PvP. So didn't do as well as I'd hoped to. I took it into some Rumble, did it there, and it was pretty good, but I didn't like it as much as I did in PoE. In PvP, it was a little slow to handle, a little harder for me to get on target because the targets move a lot more in PvP. So fighting human combatants made this gun more difficult to use, but I did get some kills with it. I did find it to be one of the more usable hand cannons I've used, which means it's going to be probably pretty good for those of you that are good at hand cannons. So I can definitely say B- in PvP, B-. So pretty fun gun, pretty solid. Not the best, but not the worst. And it looks the coolest. I think it's one of the coolest looking hand cannons. I really enjoy that. So, what do you guys think? Do you have a Her Revenge? A Her Revenge? What other guns have you gotten to drop as far as Queen's weapons or PoE guns go? New guns. Let me know in the comments what you've gotten, what you want me to take a look at, and I'll usually get the next gun from the comments or the next gun that drops for me. So, anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And I'm gonna get out of here. See you later. See you. Bye.